Guys, it's Kelly. I am back today with my third layout using the Allegria kit from Clique Kits. I am one of their guest designers this month and I have really had a fun time playing with this kit. So for today's layout, I am using one of their previous cut files. This is an exclusive subscriber cut file, and it was with their November kits. And having some exclusive products is one of the benefits of belonging to a kit club, whether it be their printables or their cut files. And for me, I really love the cut file especially when they're offered, just because if I get stuck on a page, if you make a cut file, it just makes your design, I think, just that much easier. But when I saw a layout that Erica had done with this cut file, and when I was looking at some of these papers, I remembered that layout, and I just thought that this cut file would lend itself beautifully for this kit, and was very pleased that she was gracious enough to let me have it so that I could use it for this. And I decided to back the squares like a quadrant and with 4 different pattern papers, as opposed to backing each little section. I am using some fairly busy papers, and if I did much more than what I was doing, I felt like that it would be so busy and it would take away from the look of the graphic design look that I was trying to achieve with this. So I'm just using the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive that I use. I don't have my bottle with me because I'm actually scrapbooking with a friend at a library. And I had mentioned before in my previous video the part of the handle that you see in that top right hand corner. I apologize for, but the good news is I don't finish the layout here at the library, and everything that is the meat of the video is below it. So it's just annoying to look at. So the picture that I am using for this page is of my son, and he is fixing my computer. And that is one of the benefits of having a teenage boy who goes to a school that's has a specialty center for IT, and that's what he wants to do when he graduates from college. So it's nice benefit for me just handing over the computer and telling him to fix it please for mom, and have him do so. And I have to say that it is nice, but it's also humbling when your child is starting to learn more about things than you ever could imagine, and it's a neat place to be in. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted it to be square, but I decided that I wanted to see if I liked it on its side, and so I covered up the edges, just trying to get a quick visual, and I decided to go for it. And what I wanted to be in the center was the top and bottom. I felt like it wouldn't matter so much if the right or the left side wasn't quite centered, but I really felt like the top and bottom. So you see me counting off the squares, and I'm just trying to make sure before I adhere it down that it's pretty close. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to be close. So when I'm happy with the placement, I go ahead and I just start putting a little bit of adhesive down. And I'm not doing a ton of adhesive because I have already determined that I am going to take this layout home. I'm not going to finish it, and I'm going to stitch all around the squares or diamonds, whatever shape you want to call it now, because I really want that extra texture, because I feel like instead of a bunch of layers, that the sewing will be a clean look. It won't take away from the graphic line, but it will also give another semblance of texture, just something different to add without bringing another color. So this is also when I went to crop with a friend and I left my trimmer at home. So you see me keep on reaching back and forth for her trimmer. I think I'm the only person that goes to a crop and forgets their trimmer. But so in just a second, I will finish with these little layers, and that'll be pretty much all that I'm doing while I am cropping with her. Just taking a look at some of the embellishments that I might use. And I had pulled this Project Life card out as well that says 2016. I don't scrapbook pocket pages except for December dailies. In general, I really haven't done it, and I have no problem using the cards as layers. And matter of fact, I really like it because they add a different sheen as well. Because these Project Life cards are very smooth, and I'm all about different things. So I'm trying to show you a close-up here of all the stitching. That was definitely a labor of love, between pulling all the ends and taping them down. But I really love the way that it came out, so I'm very glad that I did it. So when I finished with that, I had also pulled out a few die cuts that I thought that I'd want to work on to this page. And the 24/7 I thought was appropriate since, he lives here and I have, access to him most of the time 24/7. So I just thought that would be a cute little detail. And you did see me get out my T-square ruler. I feel like that the edges of the layout it's so graphic that I felt like if I were to adhere the cards down on an angle, well, inadvertently have them crooked, that I felt like it would really be a big, eyesore, and that would bother me. So what I try to do is get that, the 2016 card that I cut. I feel like if I can get that straight, then I can get just about everything else placed where I want it without having to worry about lining it up correctly. And the tag is also from the Fancy Pants ephemera, and I am going to pop that up as well. I popped the picture up on just some cheap craft store foam just to give it a uniform thickness, and it also adds a different thickness than the foam dots that I have, and it allows me to tuck things underneath. And that's another thing that I like to do, just to add some variation to my layouts. So this Fantastic is one of the add-ons that were available in the shop, and I did buy that. I loved the words. Number one, it makes a quick title, and they're puffy stickers, and I love puffy stickers. And that little black part of the label is one that I had cut in half from the layout before, and I had saved it because, I had said, well, you just never know when you need that touch of darkness, and I was able to use it on this layout, so I was pretty happy with that. And I briefly was looking at these words, trying to see if I wanted them down here in this corner, and I just decided to take them off, and they don't make it on to the page. I liked them. It's just that I really had a look in mind for this, and it just wasn't quite what I was thinking. So the little smiley face is actually going to make it onto my tag with the journaling. I just loved how it has like a, one of the computer smiley faces that you would add when you're doing the punctuation when you can't do a smiley face. And I just thought that would be a very fitting embellishment for this page. Stars are always good for boy pages and in general, so I just decided to use the stars. And I briefly thought about taking these little triangles and lining them up along the bottom of the page, but I really felt like it was too much, too busy, and it took away from what I wanted to showcase on the page. So the only thing I have left for this is my journaling and adhering all of those down. And so what I do with the tag is I kind of just lightly line a line where it's going to be tucked behind the picture because I wanted to be able to read my journaling. And the journaling basically just says it's, one of the benefits of having a teenager in the house, is having like in-house IT support. So nothing big. It's kind of just a little something to, make reference to this time. So that's pretty much it. I'm using one of my favorite pens. It's a Pitt pen, and I just really like the way that it writes when I'm doing my journaling. And I'm going to put the smiley face down at the bottom. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and for all my new subscribers, welcome. I truly appreciate you guys. And check out the Clique Kit. I'm going to have their information and all the details below, and I do have several close-ups at the end where you can see the stitching and a few of the embellishments up in a little bit closer detail. So thanks so much, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.